Or dunque, cosa accade qua? Cos'è questa missione?
Hey, I can't control what I inherit.
But you can control what you do with it.
I know, which is exactly why I'm considering.
Oh, you're always considering. If it's not one thing, it's another. Let me know when you finally decide. I haven't the strength, Geralt. Perhaps you can talk some sense into him.
Che cosa ha fatto adesso?
What was that about?
She spat in my face. Or might as well have. Called me a whoremonger and a witless hack. Can you imagine? Wit is my forte.
Gotta say, Priscilla's really growing on me.
Save it.
And why don't you save your pouting? Prove to her she's wrong.
Exactly what I plan to do. I've always dreamed of having my own cabaret. A bit of paint and plaster, and this place will do splendidly. Just one hitch. I need coin. So, if you happen to get a break between drowners and ecamajigs, maybe you can help an old friend out.
Where do you get this cabaret idea?
It's been a dream for years. Ever since we went to see one in Oxenford. Remember? The dancer hanging from the chandelier? And once she was completely downside up, she called you over and...
I remember.
How could you forget? And this place will be even better, I promise. That is, of course, if I can scrounge together the funds for some remodeling.
Non credo sia una buona idea chiedere un prestito.
How can I help you?
I dated this girl once, Sophronia. That's a name if you can believe it.
In effetti.
Has a merchant for a father, importer of spices from Zerrikania. And Daddy Dear would never refuse his daughter Dear a thing. We can borrow the coin from her.
Name rings a bell. Isn't this the woman you abandoned without saying a word? Stepped out for a bottle of wine, never to return?
You know, I bought that wine for a reason.
Long time ago, that.
Been away a while, sure. Which is why I need to draw on your authority. You've got some, you know, no matter what you might think.
Potrebbe anche usare quel cavolo di potere mentale, ma non lo fa mai, neanche quando glielo dico io.
Fine. Tell me what you want. Got a feeling you've a plan all cooked up.
Sophronia could still be holding a grudge after our unfortunate parting. But with a touch of help from you, I know she'll forgive me. And then give me that loan.
What's this help entail?
First of all, we need to borrow a dull sword from Madame Irina. One of her props. You know, the kind they use during performances? Get that, then meet me outside Sophronia's house.
Let's say I agree and go see Madame Irina. What'll you be doing in the meantime?
Something I have to finish. But I promise I'll do it before you come back with the sword. Then I'll tell you the rest.
C'è di sicuro qualche fregatura, ma accettiamo nel frattempo.
Fine, but...
Geralt, the only butts in this plan will be the ones filling my seats. It'll work, you'll see. Get the sword from Madame Irina and meet me outside Sophronia's at sunset.
Eh già, perché tutti gli altri tuoi piani hanno funzionato alla perfezione, eh? Ma quindi lo sta trasformando in un bordello questo. Pensavo potesse fare qualcosa di migliore.
Let's see, schemed up this time.
I haven't the strength, Geralt. Perhaps you can talk some sense into him.
Cioè, ci sto provando, con scarsi risultati. Comunque, Madame Irina. Ah sì, è quella con cui ho fatto la recita l'ultima volta, no? Forse ho preso la strada sbagliata. No, non necessariamente. Dimmi che si apre, per favore. Oh, grazie al cielo. Eccoti qua. Ci si rivede?
father well?
Yes, though he's never told me much about himself. He was a merchant once?
Dude who always had a penchant for enterprise. Probably too honest to succeed in Novigrad, though.
Precisely. I've told him countless times that no matter how many times he changes his appearance, the good in him will always emerge. Bloodthirsty tyrants and vicious assassins. He played them so poorly. That must be why. Whereas he always made for an excellent trusted servant or ghost of the old king.
Got a request. Need to borrow one of your props. One of the swords you use for stage battles.
My, whatever do you need that for?
I don't know, but Dandelion claims it's essential.
Oh, yes. I suspected Master Dandelion might have a hand in this. I certainly hope you don't aim to compete with me. Voilà.
Thanks. I'll try not to damage it. So long.
Teneva una spada in tasca? Vabbè. Questi attori sanno sempre... conoscono sempre dei trucchi misteriosi. Attento! No, aspetta, dall'altra parte. Sofronia. A scuola avranno veramente fatto a gara per prenderla per i fondelli. In effetti io non posso dire meno. Il mio nome purtroppo mi ha condannato a un'infanzia di soprusi. Nome e cognome, a dire la verità. Ma non te lo dico, Geralt, è una questione personale. Molto privata. Dov'è Dandelion?
Ah, finally made it. Listen, here's the plan. Sophronia loves adventure-filled romance novels. I can be a hero in her eyes if I can just save her from a bandit. I'll have her eating out of my hand, and there's no way she'll begrudge me that loan.
Want me to be the bandit?
Knew you'd see the sense in it right away.
Are you serious? That's your brilliant plan?
I never called it brilliant, but any kind of plan is better than none.
Sei un idiota
Written your
Dandelion.
lines already,
You've written what?
so you know what to say during the performance. Here, Andromask, put it on. Sophronia can't recognize you.
But...
No time. Sophronia's coming. Stick to the plan. We'll meet at the Rosemary in the morning.
Stop right there.
What is this? Help! Save me!
Leggiamolo, va.
Tremble, flaxen-haired wench. Bow before the Prince of Thieves.
Già, non ti si riconosce,
So
guarda.
fast. Drop your sword, scoundrel. This is your first and last warning.
Dandelion!
'Tis I, though the scum of the city call me the Crimson Avenger.
Non c'era anche nei Gummi un personaggio simile? No, voglio improvvisare.
More like the Crimson Asshole.
Silence, vermin! You shall regret the day you were born. On guard! You're better than I thought.
Che faccio? È il caso di iniziare a menare le mani?
Go on, Dandelion! I mean, Crimson Avenger!
Cosa hai fatto?
The Crimson Avenger triumphs again.
My hair! Are you well?
One blow struck true. Another scar from my collection.
Come inside. I shall bandage you up. Be gone, vile bandit, or the Crimson Avenger will beat you senseless!
Il mio povero orgoglio, anzi il nostro povero orgoglio, Geralt. Spero di non dover far più parte dei piani di Dandelion. Che deficiente. La maggior parte dei poeti e dei... non saltimbanchi, dei... Insomma, le persone con classe, con la puzza sotto il naso, spesso sono sempre truffatori o bugiardi, insomma. Nella maggior parte delle avventure che ho passato, insomma, erano tutti quanti così. Spero abbia funzionato, eh. Ah, è il tramonto questo, quindi mi sa che cito. Già, la vita è una dura battaglia. No, dunque, dobbiamo meditare fino al mattino. Anche un'ora.
What are you doing?
Armed ruffians in town. Scandalous.
Dove sta?
There's been a misunderstanding. You're here too early.
We agreed to meet today, so we've come today. Supplies are all hauled in and the crew's raring to work. We'll start just as soon as our lovely directress gets round to deciding on the decoration.
But Dandelion doesn't even have the coin to pay you.
Turns out he does now, or soon will. At any rate, he's working on it.
See, it's all peachy. So will you finally decide what style you want for this interior?
Perché lo chiede a me?
Why are you asking me?
Well, the lovely lady seems to be having a hard time deciding. And Master Dandelion said he was torn between boudoir style and theatre decor, but that he'd let us know just as soon as we arrived. Now we're here, but no decision's been made. And the lady's horribly surprised she's to choose. Though apparently this whole renovation's for her sake.
For me?
Well, it's not for me. Now, would you please decide where I bust a vessel?
I've no idea what Dandelion would like. Geralt, you've known him long. Say something.
Cavoli. Che fare? Non so che fare! Teatro o cabaret? Teatro o cabaret? Oppure faccio decidere lei? Decidi tu.
Sure, I've known him longer, but he's never so much as changed his socks for me. Never mind commissioning a full-blown renovation. He's doing this for you, clearly. You should decide.
Both our lives have revolved around the stage, and Cabaret's a form of theatre, in a way. Fine. Let's do the theatre decor. I certainly hope it'll be to his liking.
A wonderful choice it is. At last. Gentlemen, you're done lollygagging. Get to work.
Well, guess this cabaret's the real thing.
Ever since Dandelion inherited this place, he's talked about it constantly. I just never expected him to take action. And so quickly.
Who knows? Might even settle down now. He'll have to keep an eye on the business. Who would have known?
Despite what people say about him, Dandelion approaches life very rationally.
No.
We talking about the same Dandelion? Man who loses a fortune worth half of Novigrad in one night?
Dandelion can also be responsible. He always pays anyone who works for him on time, and he's never missed a performance.
Sure hope your opening won't be the first. He's still not here.
Well, he said as soon as he got the coin, he'd go see Polly, our choreographer. She's missed the last few rehearsals. I certainly hope he's not gotten into trouble.
Anything's possible with Dandelion. Let me see if I can't find him.
Si è ancora ficcato nei guai, ci scommetto. Magari l'hanno preso dei banditi. Oppure è caduto in un buco. Qualcosa di penoso, insomma. Bel vestito. Oh. Beh, ne abbiamo approfittato per fare un piccolo rifornimento di alcol. Vediamoci, qua c'è Hattori. Ah, eccoti qua. Che sta facendo? Si è chiuso dentro, non vuole aver nulla a che fare con te.
What's the ruckus about?
Polly and her half-brained fiancé. They're fighting. She's the only one in this town who knows anything about choreography, and that lummox won't let her work for me. Hold on. What are you doing here? We were gonna meet at the Rosemary.
We were, but you didn't show. Priscilla started to worry, so I came to see how you were doing.
Priscilla started worrying about me? That's so nice.
Less for her than for you, I'm sure. So let's get back.
Did you not hear what's going on in there? We've gotta help Polly. Why do beautiful women always end up with such dicks?
Fatti questa domanda.
No idea. Stand back. I'll break the door down.
Wait! Do we have to destroy her house? She keeps a spare key around here somewhere.
How would you know she keeps a spare key around here?
It's not as if we started working together yesterday. Before Polly joined forces with Hubio,
You'd visit her? Often?
I'd hide out here while Priscilla and Polly rehearsed at the Rosemary and Thyme. They worked on the dance numbers I composed.
So, Polly's not one of your...
I never mix business and pleasure.
The one exception being Priscilla.
Who you were just saying is worried about us. So enough of the chatter, and start looking.
Fine, let's find the key.
Non è molto sicuro nascondere le chiavi qui in giro. E aspetta.
Now where would she leave?
Not here.
Non è qui. No. No. Qui dietro?
Not here.
Neppure. Ah, qui direi. Scanso di equivoci.
The key.
Ah, la chiave. Hai controllato abbastanza. Trovata, possiamo entrare. Possiamo entrare, Dandelion.
Whoa! What the devil's this? Get out of my house!
Watch it, and leave the woman alone.
What the... She's my betrothed.
But I'm not your property.
I love her. I'll not let her sway her ass in his brothel.
Whoa, slow down there a minute. This is clearly one gigantic misunderstanding. One I can clear up in the blink of an eye.
Shove your excuses up your ass. Shut off, or I'll split your skull.
Gli spaccherei volentieri la testa, però.
My friend asked you nicely, so please be courteous in return and hear him out, or we'll settle this another way.
All right, talk.
Hubio, right? Polly's told me so much about you. She said you're erudite and have an open mind.
You said that? Well, there's a truth to it. My mind's the open salt, but its open saltedness ends when my betrothed starts wagging her ass around brothels. Get out of here, both of yous. Polly's not going anywhere.
Let him finish. There's no brothel involved.
You see, friend, Geralt just hit the nail on the head. For what you have there is the old publicity placard.
Old?
Very. From a time when my establishment was under different management. I, however, would never let any indecency take place in my cabaret. My very reputation precludes it.
So, what's all this about?
Your betrothed is a first-class artiste, and I want to offer her a position worthy of her talents. She's to be my choreographer, and that in turn means she'll receive a share of the proceeds from every performance she choreographs.
You mean to say... coin?
And fame. No flirting required. You have my word.
Suppose... in that case...
I knew you'd agree.
It's settled then. See you at the Rosemary, Polly.
Well, I'm off.
I'll catch up to you. Whew. Never expected that to go so well.
Beh, se l'è cavata bene, ok, gliene do atto.
You handled it well, Dandelion. Man was body in your hands once you called him erudite.
In negotiation, as in combat, the key is to find your opponent's weak spot and exploit it to the hilt.
So, time to head back?
I've still got to stop by Rotlick's. Commissioned some new placards from him a while ago, but Hubio came across the old version. Plowing artists got some serious explaining to do.
Who's Rodlick?
Never heard of him? Hank Rotlick, famous portrait artist?
Commissioned a portrait artist to paint your placards?
Henry's an old friend, needed the coin. And I decided we needed new placards to promote the opening performance. Seats won't fill themselves, you know.
I'll go see Rodlick. You head back to the Rosemary, where Priscilla will have my head.
Really? You'd go?
No, said that for the hell of it. Tell me where he lives.
Portside.
See you soon.
Molto bene. Allora, adesso speriamo che non succeda altro, che non ci siano altri inghippi con il tizio dei manifesti, insomma. La qualità di questo ponte lascia a desiderare. Mai per caso qualcosa o ci siamo già parlati? Non mi ricordo.
Welcome.
Well, excuse me. Roba alchemica. Questa fiala azzurra che cos'è? Essenza acquatica. Costa così tanto? Lo prendo. Se costa così tanto deve essere molto preziosa, quindi invece immagino non ti interessino delle spade. Quella, questo è buono, molto buono, fin troppo buono. E anche questo. Aspetta, però uno è d'acciaio e anche l'altra non ha niente, come non detto. 138, devo ricordarmelo. No. Ehi, aspetta un attimo, ma non è quella che ho già... Ferma tutto. C'è qualcosa che non quadra. Ah, ecco svelato l'arcano. Abbiamo ancora quella cavolo di spada che... Non pensavo l'avessi equipaggiata subito, automaticamente. 160. Ecco, ora si ragiona. Aspetta. Quell'altro vestito che cos'è? Da cacciatore di taglie. Non me ne faccio niente. Allora, torniamo a noi, alchimista. Anzi, alchimister. Questa non la vendo ancora perché magari può servire per qualcos'altro. A riguardo al resto invece possiamo vendere tranquillamente. No, questo no. Questo sì. Questo no. Questo sì. Basta così per ora. Non mi sembra il caso di giocare con cani e porci a Gwent adesso. Solo perché abbiamo imparato, cos'è, mezz'ora fa. Non mi pare proprio il caso. Dunque, Rotlick vive qua, no? Sì, direi di sì. Quando si vendono anche la tintura. Bandito, aia, non mi dice niente di buono.
Looking for Rotlick.
You ain't alone. Damn halflings in debt to half the city. But I'm here to scrape mine before the carcass is picked clean.
There's not enough for everyone, so bugger off. Feeding time's first come, first served.
No, mi spiace, ma io non sto fermo stavolta.
Strange, don't recall asking your permission. Get him, Fred!
Not your lucky day.
2 contro 1, la cosa si fa interessante. Contrattacco doppio, contemporaneo per lo più. Attento, vuoi rotolare, porco Giuda? No, niente, quando si tratta di combattere a mani nude te fai schifo, eh. Soprattutto in spazi così ristretti. Fallo secco, avanti.
Tell me what you want, damn it!
Placards.
There ain't no ploughing placards here.
And Rotlick, where's he?
Same place as always. Vehicle Bud Estate. Losing his last crowns at the races.
See? Wasn't that easy? Could have said so right away.
Era così difficile? Comunque, come temevo, le cose si complicano sempre quando si è in missione. Mai nessuno che lasci tranquillo il prossimo. Soprattutto se ha a che fare con Dandelion. Mi piacciono tutti sti colori. Mettere un quadro simile in camera mia. C'è ancora qualcosa qui dietro, poi direi basta. Quanta polvere dell'alchimista però. Ma a cosa ci serve poi? Cioè, qual è la pozione che lo usa prevalentemente? Anche questo c'ha la voce del vecchio... Del vecchio mangiascarpe nella città di Scuoti Vento. Non me la ricordo adesso il nome, purtroppo. Anche More Fork o qualcosa del genere, se non ricordo male. Ho avuto il flash adesso. Nelle strade malfamate. Era lo stesso vecchio che aveva la puzza, una puzza talmente intensa da essere vivente sopra di sé. Possiamo fare dell'altro? Mi sentivo da pozioni oggi. All quest, nope. Ah già, poi c'è sempre quella persona che ha bisogno di aiuto. Prima di partire per Skellig, Geralt, dobbiamo controllare un po' le bacheche nei villaggi vicini. Tipo qua o qua. Dunque, dov'è che è? Vegelburg. Anzi, Vegelbud. Vegelbud. Nome strano. Rutilia non si spaventa finché uso Axi. Dove sta? Sei tu forse? Ah, ma naturalmente non mi vogliono parlare. È lui.
You Rotlick?
Henri Rotlick, artist, painter, debtor, and martyr to my art, at your service.
Dandelion sent me.
Oh, yes. Tell him his placards are done and safely hidden away. Yet, alas, I cannot fetch them, as a group of angry creditors has seized my home.
Think I might have run into one of them.
Then you know my predicament. And now, Count de Louverton has offered me the chance to win it all back. I'm to wager on a race.
Generous. Not just anybody could afford to do that.
De Louverton is not just anybody. He's Duke Sam's youngest son. Sam of the well-known family of gem dealers. One debt more or less makes little difference to him.
What's there to worry about? This is your chance to settle up, get a clean slate.
We've had a spell of bad luck lately. Should I agree to de Louverton's offer and lose, I shall be in bondage to him for all time.
Oh, abbiamo un paio di scelte qua. No, non voglio fare dei manifesti. Potrei pagare il debito, però possiamo anche correre per lui. Allora facciamo questo.
Let's do this. I'll enter the race. You'll bet on me, win, pay your debts, then give me the placards.
were that good a rider?
Far from the worst. Go tell the Count you accept his offer.
Siamo su rotiglia stavolta, eh. Vailo! In fretta! In fretta! Harry! Non ha molta resistenza sto tizio, eh. Per fortuna abbiamo una sella buona, quella vinta dal generale Nilfgaardiano. Era il generale? Sì. Ora rallenta, rotiglia, che devi riprendere fiato. Tanto sto paggio qua dietro mi sa che non è alla nostra altezza, insomma. Ora via! Sprint finale. Spero che non ce l'abbia anche lui. Che cazzo fai, rotiglia? Dicevo, speriamo solo che non abbia uno sprint finale anche lui, altrimenti saremo nei guai. Che ci fa sto cavallo in mezzo al tracciato? In fretta, Rutilia!
Thank you. I never expected this. May I ask to what I owe this generosity?
Let's just say I like to do a good deed from time to time. Can we get those placards now?
I'll bring them to the Rosemary in time, just as soon as I settle my obligations.
Fine. See you there.
Ah, già fatto. Non è venuto nessun allibratore o il tizio lì in persona. Vadilaco, come cavolo si chiamava? Ok, il punto di trasporto rapido dove stava? Mi sono già perso. Più indietro. Che bei campi. Mi piacciono questi prati, peccato che siano infestati da mostri. Sì, da questa parte torniamo al cancello del gerarca e diciamo a Dandelion dei poster. Nulla di particolarmente arduo per ora. Potenzia il segno axi cosa? Chi se ne importa. Ok, allora ci siamo. Quanta gente. Tutto risolto? Non mi sembra molto differente rispetto a prima, comunque.
Well. See, the crew's been hard at work. Not bad.
I love it. Especially the, accoutrements on the wall.
Priscilla picked them.
Well, I must admit, you have great taste.
Ho fatto bene a far scegliere lei.
What about Rotlick? Did you get the placards?
Rotlick said he'd bring them on his own. Should be here soon.
Great! The best way I can think of to promote the chameleon.
Il camaleonte.
Never mentioned wanting to change the name.
Rosemary in Time wasn't all bad, but it conjured images of Temerian cuisine served by waitresses in peasant garb. Chameleon's a lot better for a cabaret, apart from which it emphasizes that the place has undergone a transformation. Just a better ring to it all round.
What about choreography? Prepared anything special for the opening?
We haven't. But Polly has. She's priceless. Came in and brought the girls in line before I could say knickers. Premier will have the audience on their feet, on their knees, both at the same time.
Guess everything's ready. So when's the opening?
Soon. We start our dress rehearsal in an hour. I just need to nip back home for my dress.
Thanks for everything.
Don't mention it.
Seems my cabaret dreams are about to come true. So, around to celebrate? I'm buying.
Ma perché no, dai?
Why not?
That's my boy. The foreman mentioned he saw you and Priscilla talking.
He's all right.
And she say anything about me?
Diciamo la verità, dai. Non mi sembra il caso di di prenderla a schiaffi ulteriormente.
She said something that made me think she's not entirely normal.
What?
That you're responsible, got your feet planted firmly on the ground.
You're pulling my leg.
Not this time. One thing's eating me. How do you manage to get the loan from Sophronia?
Oh, wasn't easy. She got so excited about our performance, I had to read to her for 4 hours. 4 hours from the cloak and the dagger.
You mean you didn't...
Are you crazy? Who do you think I am?
In effetti non me l'aspettavo neanch'io. Comunque si fa questo e altro per il successo.
She's late, of course. She knew how important this night was to me.
Of course she did. Probably just making herself gorgeous. Takes time, you know.
So it's true. A woman's vanity knows no bounds.
Master Dandelion! Priscilla, she's...
What? Speak, man.
She's badly, been attacked. They took her to Vulmerius Hospital.
Attacked? She's hurt? Geralt, come with me, please.
Of course. Let's go.